spill the theory to dispel some theories. Are you ready for yet another theory spill? I sure am. Quick reminder that this video contains spoilers. If you haven't played any of the Little Nightmares games, I suggest you look away. You have been warned. Also, these gameplays aren't mine. All rightful owners have been linked down below. Alright, hope you enjoy the video. In today's theory spill, we will be talking about a character that is very hidden and easily overlooked. Little Nightmares has a lot of little secrets like this one, but this one I gotta say is very interesting. In the school portion of Little Nightmares 2, after completing the chess puzzle, we end up in a cafeteria. Now, before entering this cafeteria, there is a secret room, like I said, that is easily overlooked. Behind a moving rack of plates, there is a door you are actually able to open. Inside the room, you can actually find a glitch kid. Not only this, but we can find a dead body. This dead body is believed to be the lunch lady's. The lunch lady was supposed to be a character we encounter in the school, possibly before or after we see the school's cafeteria. We know she was supposed to have a level, since if we look at concept art, there are sketches of them. We even see what she was supposed to look like. To make her a little more realistic in our minds, let's try and describe her physically. She seems to be wearing a seemingly blue dress with a white apron on top of it, since obviously she probably makes food for the bullies. She wears a net on her head and also has gloves. She seems pretty tall and has a pretty big build, in a similar fashion to the chefs from Little Nightmares 1. Some believe these characters are related, somehow, probably because of the similar build and them sharing the cooking hobby. But also like the chefs, is she wearing a mask? As most of us know, lots of characters in the game wear masks. Most popular examples are the lady and the chefs. But who says she isn't also wearing a mask? As far as I know, the lunch lady is dead. We could argue that she's sleeping. No, she's not sleeping. Let's now talk about how she could have been fought in the game. Looking at the concept art, her weapon could have been a ladle, since we see her carrying one. We can actually see Mono successfully kill a bully with a ladle. Let's say during the level she saw the player. I don't believe she would run after them like a lot of monsters in Little Nightmares games. I believe she would throw something at the player, such as bowls or huge pieces of food that could crush Mono. To avoid her from seeing you, you would probably hide under bits of food or behind the counter or even moving racks, while she moves around behind the counter making food. After successfully avoiding her in the kitchen, it's now time to avoid her in the cafeteria. While the player moves around, it would be cool if the lunch lady would walk in and distribute each student their meal, while you have to keep moving and making progress, but also avoid her and the bullies. Okay, who killed her? I have 3 different possibilities for this. The first and most believed is that the bullies killed her, and it does make sense. The bullies are very violent. They can destroy Mono in just a few seconds if they see him. They could have ganged up and decided to murder the lunch lady because... well, we don't know, do we? Maybe they were jealous because they couldn't even eat the food she made for them since, well, they are porcelain. The only person who seems to calm them down and keep them in order is the teacher, because of very obvious reasons. The second possibility is that a random child did it in self-defense. More likely a child that was escaping the school. The only child we currently know of that has tried to escape the school, not counting Mono and Six, is the Lollipop Kid. If you have watched my theory video called The Hunter's Plausible Backstory, I concluded that he was the Lollipop Kid. It is very possible that it is not the Lollipop Kid and just another random student. In the comics, we see him killing bullies. It is possible he also killed the lunch lady in a similar way after encountering her. I have faith that this could be explained by the scene where we see the teacher possibly beating an actual breathing student and not a bully with a ruler. More likely, punishing him for what he has done. My final possibility, and the shortest one of all, is that the teacher killed her. To me, this is less likely than the other two. Nothing really points to this other than the teacher's violent nature. It is now the portion of the video where I spill my own theory. To discuss, I have to point out and explain my point of view first. I am an avid believer that the children are the ones that turn into monsters. I think a very important trigger to becoming some sort of monster in Little Nightmares is having your soul taken away, kind of like Six's was. Of course, there are other cases, such as Thin Man whose soul was transformed but he kept. The glitch kids we see in Little Nightmares, I am confident, are scattered souls of kids that are probably currently monsters. The glitch kid we see next to the lunch lady's body is very possibly her soul. However, the glitching remains take the form of a young boy dressed in suspenders. But this could just be the overall look of a child's soul. Although Six's soul, aka Shadow 6, looks just like her. Overall, what I'm trying to say is that I believe the lunch lady was once a normal child and got her soul taken away somehow. Because of this, she became a monster, and her young soul kept following her along the years, kind of like Shadow 6 was following 6 during Little Nightmares 1. When she died, her little glitching remains stared at her dead body, full of grief and sadness, since if the lunch lady hadn't lost her soul, she wouldn't be in this situation and would probably still be alive. But what do you think? Once again, this is purely based on what I believe and what I researched. You always have room to decide what you believe is true and what isn't. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe and comment on some of your theories. Take care, and I will see you guys soon for more theory spills.